Okay, in this video I just decided to do a bunch of examples and different types of examples. So I organized them so that they're kind of like the same type of example, so you can see it a couple times. These are problems straight from Khan Academy. There is one problem that's kind of like really difficult, so if you get something like that, you should ask a question about it so I can help. Also, I'll tell you what to write down for this. You don't have to actually copy down the exact examples. That'll be a lot of writing, but I do want, whenever I write down some rules or something, I'll tell you, and you should write it down. First, you should write this part down. Of course, the derivative gives you a way to find the slope of the tangent line to a function. A quick way to remember is, yes, the derivative is the slope of the tangent line. Later on, we'll get to rates, like the derivative is a rate, but right now, we're thinking about graphs. We don't really know how to take the derivative algebraically, so the derivative is the slope of the tangent line. Okay, let's try the first example, type 1. This will be from graphs. This part you do not need to write down. You can if you want, but you do not need to write this down. I don't need you to draw all this stuff. So, let's see what it's asking, huh? Consider the function f and g. Consider the function f and g with the graphs shown below, okay? Red is g of x, blue is f of x, and big F of x, capital F of x, is defined to be this. Okay, that's fine. What is the value of f prime of 5? First of all, what does this mean? Let me write that down. That's something that's important. You can actually write that down. F prime of 5 means take the derivative of f of x, then plug in 5 for x. That's what that means. So, I think I mentioned once before, you can take the derivative by using that derivative operator. So, write this part down. So, f of x equals 3 times f of x, lowercase f, plus g of x. And to take the derivative, we can use the derivative operator, dx of f of x equals dx. I'm going to just take the derivative of both sides, dx of all this stuff. This is new information for you guys, so make sure you're writing this part down. This is equal to dx of 3 times f of x plus dx of g of x. Well, remember, hopefully, well, this is actually something you can do too. You can bring out the constant. So this is still the same. This is a rule. This is brand new. So I'm telling you now that you're allowed to do this. It's maybe the first time that you're seeing that. This side, the derivative of f of x, we can write that in another way. F prime of x, right? That's the same. And then we can also write these with a prime notation. So this is 3 times f prime of x plus g prime of x. So that's what capital F prime is. So these were new rules. I'll write that down on the side. So that first thing is you can distribute the derivative operator like that. That's this part. Another thing is you can take out a constant in front of the derivative operator. That's a new rule. That corresponds to that part right there. You can take out a constant, and then we already know the f prime notation. So that hopefully should make sense now. Hopefully, maybe. If not, pause it, ask a question. Then what? Then what? Well, we said that f prime of 5 means take the derivative and then plug in 5. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to plug in 5. This is all brand new right now, so don't freak out right now. It's the first time you're seeing it. You're not supposed to know exactly what to do. Afterwards, once I do another couple examples, then hopefully it'll be okay. But right now, this is new, okay? So settle down. Don't pee your pants, all right? Well, what does this mean? This means, let's actually take a look at that. That means the slope of f when x equals 5. That's not so bad, right? That's what that means. Okay, well, that's easy. We have a graph. So let's figure that out. What is the slope of f when x equals 5? X is 5. What is the slope here? I will just count it. 1 over 2, right? And it's positive. It's a positive slope. So this is 1 over 2. I still have this 3 out front. So there, yes, and then plus, what is the slope of g when x equals 5? Well, g of x is the red. And what's this slope here? Okay, that's negative. Negative 1, 2, 3 over 2. Looks like negative 3 halves. Okay, plus negative 3 over 2. And so what do we get? We get 3 over 2 plus negative 3 over 2. That's equal to 0. So f prime, or capital F prime of 5 equals 0. And that's how you calculate all that. Woo! That was a lot. So this is actually 0. Wow. Wowzers. Yeah, these are going to be long notes, man. These are going to be real long notes. All right? Okay. What I wanted you to write down is all the stuff that I wrote that I wrote down. You don't have to draw this stuff because it's already a lot of writing. Shoot, that was one example. Hopefully in the next video I'll get to more stuff.